Hello everybody, it is 4:06 p.m., Friday, June 2nd, and today I'm getting ready to do another trip report, but this time it's actually a road trip. I've gotten tons of requests to do a video like this for quite some time, so this isn't really much of a road trip. I'm just headed out to the middle of Indiana, basically, but it's still enough that it requires spending a couple nights in a hotel and getting out of the city here at the beginning of rush hour, so I thought it might be kind of a cool little mini trip report video. So right now we are in Midtown St Louis, kind of near SLU's campus actually, on Forest Park Avenue, headed toward Interstate 64. As you can see, the road is in just beautiful condition. So now we're going to merge onto I-64 East and go on the double-decker elevated highway right through the middle of downtown. I'm guessing traffic's going to slow down pretty quick here. I'm actually surprised it's moving this well so far. Yeah, here we go. More like what I was expecting. Alright, we're getting into downtown a little bit here, ever so slowly. Get a pretty nice view of the skyline from here, about the best you're going to get from the highway anyway. Union Station is just poking up right next to us there, which is actually in the middle of getting a big rehab right now. Like an aquarium and a bunch of other stuff going in. And then just various office buildings. You can sort of see the arch poking out over there too. We'll get a better view of that in just a little bit. You can see up here, this is where the elevated highway goes double-decker to kind of squeeze through this little section down here. Yeah, the view is a little bit better from the top deck, but it's still kind of a cool structure. You can see up here, we're coming up to the last exit of Missouri, and that's because once you hit the riverfront, which is right next to the arch, you switch over to Illinois. That's where the state line is. So, St. Louis is kind of unusual in that respect, but basically it's downtown and then boom, you're out of the city. You can see right there, that's what I was talking about. Last Missouri exit. What this is notorious for is people who aren't familiar with the city will inadvertently go by that and end up having to go all the way across the river and turn around in East St. Louis, Illinois, and drive back across the bridge. So they put up a million signs that say, you know, last exit Missouri coming up, last exit Missouri right here. So now we're going from the double-decker and converting to a single level again, and then we head over the river. Over the river we go. What I always find interesting, though, about coming on this side of the river is how underdeveloped it is. I mean, you go basically straight from downtown to a couple blighted buildings and just green space. It's kind of weird.
Keep right at the fork to continue on I-64 East.
Well, unfortunately, what I thought about the scenery being pretty plain has been fairly accurate so far. Not a whole lot to look at. Honestly, a pretty boring drive. Not ugly or anything, but just not all that interesting. The only real thing that's come up is that apparently I have a tire that is pretty badly out of balance because it's like sitting in a massage chair up here. You know, the vibration, every time I get right around 70, 72 miles an hour, it gets really bad. So my car needs to go in the shop when I get back, but other than that, not a whole lot going on. So it's just going on 5 o'clock now. The GPS is showing an arrival of 6:30 at the hotel. That leaves us with about an hour, 35 minutes en route, 115 miles to go. Okay, so we're just outside of Mount Vernon, Illinois now, where I guess Interstate 64 and 57 meet up. So that's what we're going through right now. I'm thinking that I might go ahead and make a pit stop here, get some fuel in Mount Vernon, assuming there's something right off the highway. It looks like it might be a bigger town based on how many signs I've seen. Oh wow, this becomes one lane, doesn't it? Oops. That's what I get for reading signs and not paying attention. Okay, it looks like there's a decent amount of stuff up here. Oh yeah, there's like 5 gas stations, so this will be my stop. I guess she was going all the way for the left lane. It's kind of irritating. Alright, I'm going to go for the Shell right here. Busy place. There's not a single free pump. Well, actually, I take that back, though it's inconvenient because it's going to be on the wrong side for me, so I'll have to back it in. And that one's on the wrong side for me, too. Yeah, I'll just back it in. Unless that guy's moving. Coming up to my exit here. So, I selected a hotel that is about 45 minutes or so away from where I'm going tomorrow, which I haven't really talked about much yet. I'm meeting some friends of mine at an amusement park out here called Holiday World for a special event they do every year for coaster enthusiasts. They call it...
Half mile. Merge onto US 41 South.
So rudely interrupted. They call it Holliwood Nights, where basically they keep their coasters running until like midnight. So we're going to be there all day tomorrow. They're all driving in from the other direction. So I figured I'd just pick a hotel kind of on the way, spend the night, go there all day tomorrow, leave around midnight or whatever, spend another night here on the way back, and then head back to St. Louis. So it saves me from like driving early in the morning and late at night in either direction, and the hotel was dirt cheap too.
Continue on US 41 South for a half mile.
Okay, so I guess this isn't my right. It looked like it on the map.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto Elkers Road.
So I selected a Red Roof Inn here in Evansville. Interestingly enough, I looked at this place on Street View, and as of 2012, it was a Holiday Inn Express. So it went from a Holiday Inn to a Red Roof, which sometimes can be a little bit worrying because it might mean that they lost their franchise rights with Holiday Inn.
Head west
Cancel
and
that. You know, and it could have been because they weren't keeping up with the brand standards or whatever. I noticed there's a brand new Holiday Inn over there, which is interesting. So maybe the same person that owned this built the new one and then turned this one into a budget property. I don't really know what's going on. So we'll find out. The reviews look pretty decent. I got it for a steal, less than $50 a night. So let's see what I've got here. This will be my first red roof ever with interior corridors. Also my first time staying at a red roof that wasn't built as a red roof. Let's check it out. And this hotel tour is going to be totally exclusive just to this video. I'm not breaking it out into a separate one like I usually do. And you're going to get my total first impression of this hotel, check-in and all. That's the plan. So, let's check this place out. Trying to figure out which pocket I put the key packet in. Yeah, this looks like it was a older Holiday Inn Express, definitely. For $238. Is it this way? I think I'm all the way on the end. Actually, the corridors, landscaping, lobby, everything looks like it's in very nice shape so far. Generic key cards. But they are RFID. Okay, and now it's really dark, so let me go ahead and get my good camera out and turn a few lights on, and then we'll take a close look around. 2 seconds in the room and I'm already MacGyver here. What is going on? Why would you unplug the lamp? Okay, let's see if we can... There we go. One of the bulbs works. Okay, now we're talking. I have no idea why the lamp would be unplugged, and that really seems like something that should have been caught during the, housekeeping process, but not a huge deal. Just a little bit annoying. Anyway, let's go ahead and open up these blinds. Our gorgeous overview of the parking lot and the McDonald's and the Comfort Inn next door. So, what I was saying, oops, not mean to kick the air conditioner, but coming in, the landscaping, everything looks very well cared for. So, let's get a better look around this room. I'll start back here at the door like I normally do during my hotel tours. So, very interesting fire map there. All 3 floors are broken out, but you can see it's just a very simple, rectangular, single corridor, interior corridor motel. Got a peephole, deadbolt, and it looks like they recently replaced this latch lock. You could see where the old one was mounted, so looks a little ugly, but good on them for keeping up on security. One thing that is very obvious, as I said several times coming in, this is definitely not a red roof room. So, sort of generic, 90s, early 2000s hotel furnishings, though everything thus far seems to be in pretty nice shape. Let's go ahead and start by looking in the bathroom. Okay, so second switch is the fan. So, first off, huge sink. There's definitely enough room where it could have been a double sink. Tons and tons of space. No complaints there at all. Let's dig in and look around a little bit. So far, everything looks and smells very nice and clean. Ice bucket's clean, and they have a little bag you can put in there to make sure that it's clean for your ice. Sink's a little messed up, but seems to have pretty nice pressure. I'll do them a favor and fix their sink for them. There, look at that. Now it actually works. I'm telling you, I'm MacGyver this time around, fixing everything. Looks like newer flooring in here. Actually a pretty attractive bathroom and very spacious at that. Newer toilet by the looks of it. You got your bath shower combo back here. Shower curtain has no visible mildew or anything, so it looks like they're changing these out pretty regularly. We also have a arch shower curtain rod, which is always nice. Makes the shower feel a little bit roomier. No real visible wear at all. Actually looking very nice so far. Let's check out what the water pressure is like. Wow. Oh, here it is. Oh, nice new shower head too. Excellent pressure. The only thing I noticed is the wall up on top here does seem a little bit suspect, like there's some kind of weird whitish marks all over the place. Not sure what the deal is there. Thankfully it's up high and sort of out of reach, but that's really the only thing in this whole bathroom I see that's even the slightest bit sketchy. And at an economy hotel, that's not doing so badly. These linens don't look like they're the highest quality in the world. Let's get a better look at these actually. Oh, they're not ragged or anything. And they're clean. So, we're still passable here. Carpet looks newer actually, and it's pretty attractive. The only thing I noticed is that over here the seam on the wall is coming off, so they could use to glue that back up or something. But nothing that's an obvious disrepair. Got your ironing board and everything in a little closet area here. And now an overview of the rest of the room. I wonder if this light switch does that lamp over there. No, I'm actually not sure what that thing does. Alright, on to the beds. I'll probably sleep in this one, so let's start by tearing this one apart. So we have on the top a white down comforter which doesn't have a duvet cover on it. So let's take a look and see. You know, ordinarily my thing is that there's no duvet cover. It makes it much less likely that these things are actually washed between every guest. But all the way down to the bottom, it's completely clean. It also smells pretty fresh too. So far so good. Let's go ahead and take the sheet back here. The linens seem actually very nice. It's a nice high quality sheet, very soft. Very thick too. Yeah, so far so good. The mattress is soft, almost ridiculously so. I'm wondering what's going on with that. We'll take a better look in a minute. Let's see. Pillows all look clean. This one's very firm and nice. This one is not. This one seems very nice as well. The actual condition of the pillows inside of these things looks very nice. I'm curious to pull this kind of ratted out one out of the case and see what it looks like. Well, it might be kind of beat up, but it's not like all stained or anything, so way to go, Red Roof, I guess. Take a better look at the actual mattress. Let's see. Oh, okay, so they have a very nice clean mattress cover on top and some kind of softener underneath it. Oh, it's built into the... So yeah, so this is actually a softener. That's why the bed feels so soft. And then another mattress cover down beneath. There's a couple stains on this layer, nothing too crazy. And at this point, it's under 2 other layers of blankets, so it's not really going to bother me too much. Then the mattress is totally enclosed in here. And wow, this mattress actually looks like brand new. And it feels it too. It's a beauty rest. I mean, there's a couple minor things, but honestly, this bed is almost up to the standards of a hotel, like at a much higher class than this. So, really so far, I mean, overall, I'm actually very impressed. For what this place is, they seem to be doing things very, very well. I mean, there's a couple of goofy things, like having to plug the lamp in and fixing the drain, but I mean, in the sub $50 range, you can do much, 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 much worse than this. So far. Let's take a look under the bed and see if anything's going on under here. I do see a little bit of debris under there. It looks like there's some receipt paper maybe in the middle. And a few crumbs. Okay. Sound like a used tissue or something. So, that's what we got under that bed. This one is blocked off, so nothing can go underneath it. It's interesting that this one isn't. Checking to make sure that no items are left behind in any of the drawers. Good, the drawers are also all very clean. We sort of have this awkward little desk here in the corner, but they do give you a space to work. No outlet or anything to plug into, so it's not super useful. But the space is there. Let's see if this lamp works. Hey, it works. How about this one? You know, I bet this is what that switch over there does. But we'll check that in a minute. So yeah, just a little TV there, no microwave or mini fridge. It's very bare bones. But yeah, actually not a bad hotel. It looks like what they've basically done here is just taken what used to be a mid-tier hotel, rebranded it as a budget property, and kept it clean, but haven't really updated it much. I mean, it's hard to ask for much more than that. It's interesting to see a Red Roof Inn with, other than that red accent wall, no real Red Roof branding. But it seems like a pretty nice place. Well run, clean. At this price point, I honestly have no complaints. I'm very satisfied. So, Red Roof does it again. Alright, I'll catch up with you guys again tomorrow morning. But for now, that is it. Just one quick thing here I did gloss over. The window actually does slide open a little bit so you can get some fresh air, but there isn't a screen. And the PTAC unit down here is a newer Gree. Check the filters. Filters are pretty clean, no real issues there. Yeah, it's the same. But yeah.